Welcome back. Now we answer questions we've received from you, our viewers. If you have a question, visit our website, QuranSpeaks.com. Dr. Shabir, this is a very short question. It says, what can religion offer that science cannot answer?
Well, basically, science deals with the physical world. And if we believe that there's a spiritual world, well, then here is a whole realm that science cannot touch upon. And we believe that there is a spiritual realm. So science can tell us that, the universe popped into existence some 13.8 billion years ago. But what happened before that? Maybe they can posit that maybe there was another universe that gave rise to this one, and maybe there's another universe before that one, and so on. But going all the way back, there must have been something that started off at least the first universe. Otherwise, nothing would come into existence. But what is that something? Science cannot go beyond physical things and cannot go to the spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
So we believe that there is a spiritual entity that gave rise to the entire creation. And this is something that science cannot deal with. Science cannot tell us about the morality of things. Science can tell you that something can kill you, but science has no right to tell you that this means that you're not supposed to kill yourself. Not supposed to kill yourself, this is a moral question. And science cannot rule on that, but religion can rule on that. Science cannot tell us if there is a life hereafter. So we live and we die. Okay, so then what? Our physical body is going to decompose, but is there some part of us that will continue to exist? Can the human mind be transferred into the larger body of the spiritual world? Science has no way of telling us that. Science can only tell us that, okay, maybe it is possible to clone a person's mind into a computer, but can the human mind be cloned into a spiritual computer? That science cannot answer because it doesn't have any answer for the spiritual world, and so on. The truths that we know from science are not the only truths. There are scientific truths, definitely, that we should all embrace. Nobody should deny a scientific truth. But there are also economic principles that science does not really deal with, unless you stretch the definition of science to include that as well, the laws of demand and supply and so on. There are moral truths, as we mentioned. There are mathematical truths. And again, unless we extend the definition of science to include mathematics as well, mathematics is a whole different area of inquiry and thought that is not necessarily like the physical sciences. Then there's truths from history, which is another area of study. There's archaeology and so on. So yes, sciences should be embraced, and Muslims should harness all of the knowledge from science and technology and medicine to make our societies better, to make human lives safer and more enjoyable. But science is not the be-all and end-all. There is a greater body of knowledge, and especially the knowledge of spirituality that is outside of the domain of science.
All right. Thank you for that, Dr. Shabir.
You're welcome.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Muslim Media Hub, the new home of Let the Quran Speak.
Here we spread positivity and good. We help people experience the beauty of Islam and help them appreciate and understand Muslims.
This beautiful building we purchased at cost $2.3 million.
Yeah, we've already raised a third of that money, and with your help, inshallah, we can pay off the rest.
So we're looking for people who can give $1,000 each. If you can be part of the select group, that's amazing.
Otherwise, just please give whatever you can. Every dollar counts.
It's our collective responsibility to share the message of Islam with our fellow human beings. Please help us continue this good work.
It's a sadaqah jariyah, something that will continue to be a benefit to the Muslim community long after Safiya and I are gone.
Please support our work at muslimmediahub.com.
Your support is zakat eligible and tax deductible.
May Allah bless you and your loved ones today and always. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.